I have a Brady Quinn Browns jersey.
Respect.
That's a good one.
Me too.
I could Borg in the Brady Quinn Browns jersey.
You could.
Yeah.
Coworker.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
How
That's
about
big.
that?
That's
all right.
really big.
Let's rank our top new coworkers
Gutfeld.
at FS1. Dude, I love Gutfeld. I love Gutfeld so much. Welcome back to Macrodosing, Nanodosing. It's Tuesday. It's July 22nd. Today's episode is brought to you by Game Time. There's nothing like getting to a baseball game, especially last minute. Lucky for me, I always use Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Game Time makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the app actually go down the closer it gets to showtime. They even get exclusive zone deals. You let them choose your seats within a given set of zones, and you get huge savings in return. You can put those savings back in your pocket, spend them at the ballpark, get a hot dog, get a new hat, get some good old-fashioned Cracker Jack. If you're in Chicago, you can get 10% off zone deals for the Cubs at home on Sunday, August 3rd against the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore Orioles. Sunday, August 3rd. Check it out. We got zone deals going. Big T, what are we looking at for the zone deals?
Now, what zones? I'm not seeing the zone deal. Have they sold out of the zone deal?
Look for zones 29 through 32
So
on
that's
the Game Time app.
That's the same ones where it was last time. I'm not seeing the zone deal on here.
You'll get an additional 10% off, whatever that is.
Okay, perfect. Maybe they may have. What if the zone deal already sold out because it's so good?
I think they'll probably find new zones.
Okay.
But right now it's 29 through 32.
Okay, that's the same one that it was for yesterday against the Red Sox. I was there.
Was it a good game?
Yeah, good game.
Great game. Great place to check out a ball game. Wrigley Field. What's the get-in price for that game?
I can get you in for $74.
That's pretty good. And guess what? You can use code MACRO and get $20 off your first purchase. Just download the app, create an account, use code MACRO, $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code MACRO, $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? Game time. Welcome back to Nanodosing. It is Tuesday. It's July 22nd. We're back in the studio. Myself, Big T, Mad Dog McKenzie. What do we want to get into right off the rip? Because there was some big news that's pertinent to my emotional state as a sports fan.
I actually think this weekend, or at least since the last show, maybe the most news we've ever. Like, there's so many things that have happened. I feel like we've been gone for 3 weeks.
There's been a ton. So I don't know if we can track down what I said like 6 months ago, 5 months ago on this show, when I said I really hope that nobody from Donald Trump's staff listens to Macrodosing, but I predict that if he finds out that the new Commanders Stadium is located on federal land, he will then try to force a name change in exchange for it. Can we look that up? I hate that I was so right about this. I hate that I was so right. So, Trump said, and you know what the worst part about this was? He gave kind of a banger nickname that I fear will stick around for my beloved Commanders. Called them the Washington Whatevers.
I missed that.
Yeah.
That's good.
The initial statement, the Washington Whatevers, should immediately change their name back to the Washington Redskins football team. I don't know if it was ever the Washington Redskins football team. It was the Washington football team.
Right. Would you wanna do a combination there?
Washington Redskins football team?
Yeah.
It's actually not bad. There's a big clamoring for this. Likewise, the Cleveland Indians, one of the original 6 baseball teams with a storied past. Our great Indian people in massive numbers want this to happen. Their heritage and prestige is systematically being taken away from them. Times are different now than they were 3 or 4 years ago. We are a country of passion and common sense. Owners get it done. And then he went on to, he kind of doubled down on it later because he got a lot of, he was saying good support from that post. Listen, I knew that this was going to happen. I didn't want it to happen, but I had a pretty good feeling that if he needed to push the culture war button, this was going to be the one that he would go for. I don't know that he actually has the power to do anything because it's already been kicked over to the D.C. City Council. I think as long as the D.C. City Council doesn't drag their feet anymore on it, which they have already, but as long as they don't drag their feet too much longer, I don't think it's going to make a difference. And I think they'll just stay the Commanders and they'll go to the RFK lot. I think the time for him to do this probably would have been 8 months ago before Congress kicked it over to the D.C. City Council. But he can probably find a way to.
Wait, so
muck it up.
Congress did have something to do with the stadium deal?
Yeah. So the way that piece of land is administrated, it's property of the federal government, but then it's administrated by the D.C. City Council. So in the bill that they passed last November, what they did was they authorized the Washington, D.C. City Council to then make a choice of what to do with the land. So that's already been kicked over to D.C.
Okay.
So it's no longer technically in the hands of the federal government right now. If you had said this in October, then yeah, that would have screwed everything up. Or November, or like right after you got elected. If you had said this in November, that probably would have messed everything up. It might be too late. I think the die might have been cast. So I've talked about the name a little bit. I don't really feel anything when I hear the Washington Commanders. It doesn't really resonate because it's a new name and it's a shitty name that Dan Snyder invented. But if they win, then it's great. If they lose, it's a shitty name. The logo kind of sucks. The new uniform, the throwback uniforms are awesome.
Those do look way better.
Don't they? They said that they weren't going to change the colors too much when they switched up the uniforms. They did.
Yeah.
They did. It's no longer the burgundy. It's no longer the gold. It's like a weird, like wine red. Yeah. Which kind of sucks.
The logo's terrible.
Logo's terrible. Logo's very, very bad. But when it comes to the name, I'm torn on it because I grew up rooting for the Redskins football team, right? Like everyone that was a fan of Redskins, we didn't think of it as being a slur. It was just a football team that we rooted for. So like I have emotional connection to that name. But also, I've talked with a lot of Native Americans in the past about this. There is a good percentage of them that don't like the name. There's some that are fine with it, like the new Native American Guardians Association that's been passing around that change.org for a while, that their mission is to get all the old Native American names back, all the old imagery back. I think the imagery for the Redskins logo was pretty respectful. I think that if you worked out a deal with the Blackfeet tribe, then it would be probably a win-win all around. But I have a hard time telling a Native American that's like, yeah, that's a slur. I don't like that name. I have a hard time being like, well, actually, it's not that offensive, and here's why. You know, like that's a tough conversation to have. But there are some that really like the name. So I just wish that it wasn't politicized. I just wish that we could play football.
Why does Trump care?
Because it's a culture war thing, and he wins on the culture wars. Like this is his bread and butter right here.
But this doesn't even seem like something that many people care about anymore.
But it's something to get people amped up about. I guess. Going against PC woke culture, that whole thing. That's what he excels at, and so he's had a rough couple last weeks. So he's playing the hits. Make Indians great again, MIGA. That's what he said. I don't think that they're going to change it back, no matter how much political pressure Trump puts on him, unless he does find a way to like go back on the stadium. What would you call that, Big T? If the federal government authorized something, they gave it, and then now they want to take it away. They want to rescind the gift that they gave. What's the phrase? What's the common phrase for that?
Are you leading to something? I don't know.
You give something and then you take the gift back.
I think you're talking about Indian giving.
Yeah, that's what he's going to try to do with this. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on it, Big T?
I don't care. Do whatever. It makes no difference to me. I will watch probably the exact same number of Washington football team Commander Redskins games, regardless of what the name is. So
I would just like to not. I would like to go like 3 years without changing the name.
Yeah, but this would probably be a more permanent move than, like, if you change it back to the thing that you got rid of, you can never change it again. It has to just stay.
It has to stay at that point. Yeah. I don't think it's going to change back. But I mean, Josh Harris did grow up rooting for the Washington Redskins. That was like his team.
Mm-hmm. The uniforms is a good step, although from my understanding, they still have the shitty ones.
They're going to be wearing the shitty ones for almost every game
Yeah,
this year.
see, that's so stupid.
But they're going to wear these as the alternate, like the first alternate, which I think that they'll do it this year, and everybody loves them. I'm going to spend so much money on the new uniforms.
Have to.
I have to. But then I think they're going to try to incorporate that more in the future because people are going to love it.
I actually have a take on logos generally recently. Every new logo that has come out in the last 5 years or so, they all kind of suck. And more than suck, they all seem so generic. Like you would see them as a create a team on a video game.
Yeah.
I think the best one is probably the Utah Mammoth. Is that what they are? The hockey team. That one's pretty good, I think. But like most of them, I'm trying to think of the other ones now. Obviously, Kraken's good, actually. That was a little while ago. But like the Washington football team, I'd need to have a list in front of me. They just all seem so generic.
Well, it was weird because in the early 2000s, all the logos that came out right around then, we thought that they were awesome at the time. And then 10 years later, we were like, actually, these are all shitty. Because they were all futuristic and very angular, like the Washington Wizards logo, for example.
Yeah.
You look at that and you're like, that sucks. What a terrible logo. Because around the turn of the century, everybody thought, we're living in the future right now. It's the 21st century.
Well, like half the NFL logos are like that.
Yeah.
Like the Panthers is like that. The Texans is like that.
Yeah.
Jags.
That was the worst era, I think, for logo redesigns. Now it's like that you get kind of too boring with it. You're afraid to take any chances.
The Marlins' new logo sucks. I'd have to look up and down a whole list, but most of the newer ones are not good.
I just hate that I was right about this, but I saw this. I know Donnie pretty good. Got inside his brain on this one. So I don't think it's going to change back, but we'll see what happens. Stand by. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
I do like thank you for your attention to this matter. It's a good ender.
The Washington whatevers is so good. It's so good.
He does names,
it's
man.
It's such a good. We're gonna lose games. People are gonna be like the Washington whatevers. It's gonna suck. I'm gonna have to deal with that.
He has no fewer than 7 or 8 people who would otherwise be. I mean, not. But you look at them and you know his name for them.
Yeah.
Sleepy Joe, Crooked Hillary, Little Marco, Lion Ted. On and on it goes.
Pocahontas.
Yeah.
All right. What else do we want to get into, Big T? Right after. What was your favorite news story of the weekend?
My favorite? Colbert got canned.
He did get canned.
I don't know if it's my favorite. It was
Yeah.
probably the biggest one.
He got canned, so a lot of people drew some conclusions that he got fired because he spoke out against CBS settling the lawsuit with Trump. And I think that there is a lot of truth to that CBS settled the lawsuit in order to make their massive merger possible. I think that's probably there's definitely an element of truth to that.
But you don't think that's why they got rid of Colbert? Surely not.
I think my best guess is that Colbert might have known that it was about to be nut cutting time. And so he said, I'm going to go all in, and I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off.
Well, that's fine. That's different.
Yeah. And so then he started to speak out against the parent company, knowing that there was a good possibility that his show was going to get canceled.
That's different, though.
That is different, yeah. That's my guess, but I have zero insight behind the scenes.
I didn't see where the figure originated from, but it's been reported that his show loses $40 million a year.
I just don't know who watches these shows.
Well, did I send it to you? Yeah, I did. The average viewer of Letterman was 60 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And when they hired Colbert, they were like, great, we'll get a younger audience. His average viewer now is 68.
Yeah, I guess that's the demographic for who watches late night live TV shows.
My great-grandmother loved The Tonight Show.
Yeah, with was that back in the day with
Leno.
Leno?
Oh, I'm sure she watched
Carson?
it. Yeah, from Carson. But when I was around, it was Jay Leno.
Yeah, I think the majority of people consume these shows based on whatever clips pop up on your timelines.
Yeah,
like the next day, maybe a clip that makes you angry. I think the Colbert Report probably got more anger views than positive views
Well,
online.
well, you said the Colbert Report. That show was funny.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
I mean,
the
that
Comedy
was
Central show.
yeah. He got this show and decided to just be like I don't know if partisan hack is the right terminology.
I don't know if you can say partisan hack about Stephen Colbert because he is like a massive Ronald Reagan guy. I remember reading a profile about him a while ago, and he had a giant portrait of Reagan that hung up in his office. He really loved him.
But he is not shy that he's
Anti-Trump.
On the left.
Anti-Trump, for sure.
And I saw a list of every political figure he had on his show in 2024, and every single one of them was a Democrat.
Dave Portnoy. No, he was on Fallon. My bad.
He was on Fallon,
My
and
bad.
that was the other day.
Screwed that up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Pete the Beagle was on Fallon, and Miss Peaches. Yeah. What a wonderful evening of television that was. So he's fired. They say that the show lost $40 million a year. I'm guessing that some of this stuff has been leaked by the network to kind of fire back at the accusations that he got fired because of what he said about the merger. I just don't know who watches these shows. Like Big T said, it's a older audience. The average viewer is 68 years old. But the boomers do love a good like anti-president show. Like Jay Leno, when he was doing the Monica Lewinsky stuff, he rode high off that for about 3 years.
Now, maybe you can tell me about this because was Jay Leno a political guy? I don't ever remember Jay Leno doing any political stuff.
Every night, the Clinton Lewinsky stuff.
Is that political? I mean, that was the number one story in America.
Yeah.
And it kind of, that transcends politics, really. That wasn't
Did you ever read that report?
What was it, Ken Starr?
The Ken Starr report?
No.
Oh, man. When the Ken Starr report came out, that was the biggest thing that ever happened to the world. People were going through it. He put a cigar in her vagina. Some wild stuff happened with that. He was getting a blowjob while talking to a senator one time in the Oval Office.
I mean, that's Slick Willie.
That's Slick Willie for you. No, you're right. That's not like overtly it is about the president, but it was like whoever the president was, if they're getting dome in the White House and putting cigars in vaginas, I think that's going to be.
I mean, you couldn't be a late night host and not talk about Monica Lewinsky.
Right.
But like when Bush or Obama was president, I don't really remember him.
I think when Bush was president, there was a lot of just like intelligence jokes.
Sure.
Just like making fun of him being dumb. But no, he wasn't as overtly political, I don't think.
And like Fallon doesn't really do that.
No, not really. Fallon's a party guy. I did see a clip of George W. Bush that's going viral on TikTok. Talking about like how good we had it when George Bush was president. I had forgotten about this banger that he put out. He's campaigning, right? It's like 1999. He's campaigning against Al Gore. Everyone says Al Gore's so smart. I say he's a smart guy, genius. He invented the internet. Well, if he's so smart, how come every website starts with W?
Yeah, and I've seen some awesome edits of that on TikTok. I mean, banger.
Yeah, great joke. Great joke. I still think to this day that George W. Bush should have been commissioner of Major League Baseball. And I did a bad job when I interviewed Rob Manfred on Part of My Take. I should have asked him because he was around as George W. Bush was like talking about one day becoming the commissioner. Like, did he feel any pressure that W was going to take the job that he would want from Selig? And how good a job you think he would have done? I think he would have been an awesome MLB commissioner.
Yeah.
He would have been the best MLB commissioner.
Did you ever actually have to put www at the beginning of websites?
Yeah.
When did that stop?
You know, I'm not totally sure. I think it was right around the same time that when you could just like type in your Google search into the address bar and hit enter. I think it was probably around then. There were some websites that kicked it over. I remember when ESPN first came out with their website. You know what it was?
I'm going to guess it's not ESPN.com.
I think it was ESPN/Sportsnet.com. There might have been something else that was in there too. But people when these big companies first started getting their websites and their web addresses, they didn't think like, let's just make it super simple. They would have to put something like kind of futuristic, like Sports Zone, that just didn't really have any meaning to it. And then it would kick you right over to like espn.go.com.
I'm seeing that it was never required.
Never required? So I spent all that time typing in www.
While it was a common convention in the early days of the World Wide Web, it was never actually required and was largely dropped by the late 90s and early 2000s.
That's crazy because I spent so much of my life typing in www.
I remember doing it.
Yeah. They had you fooled.
Yeah.
Big T, I want to ask you about your weekend, specifically in relation to wedding planning and how much fun that's been for you.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a never-ending treasure trove of teed-offs. The first thing I thought about when Big T got engaged was I cannot wait to see how upset he gets at wedding planning.
So
much rigmarole.
So I actually think we may have found the spot the other day. But prior to that, earlier last week, we went and toured a place that so let me set the scene for you. You remember the casino that we went to for your 40th birthday party?
Yes.
Fun time.
Good time.
How would you describe that area of town?
Not the part of town that you would want to walk out with money that you just won from a casino in.
Okay. This place is directly next door.
Okay.
I mean, here's the casino.
Yeah.
Here's the spot. You have to be buzzed in like it's a Manhattan jewelry store into this place. So we got already. I'm like, no, this is not going to be a thing.
Wedding night, your guests would have to buzz in one at a time.
They say they have security out there to usher people in. To which I responded, I would love a place that doesn't require security.
Yeah.
So you walk in. There's this tiny little room, smaller than the room we're in now. It looks like you're in a funeral home. I'm like, we haven't even gotten to the thing yet. So the place is, its build is outdoors.
Okay.
The thing that's out, you walk through this door and you go out into this little courtyard that's just in the center of all these buildings. So you're surrounded by buildings. There's just not a roof over you. And the thing, like the aisle where you would get married, is shorter than from here to that wall.
Okay.
And they're like, oh, well, your guests, you'll spread out like super wide. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever, dude. There's like rusted staircases up it because you're just in the middle of these buildings.
Yeah.
And also the back wall that you're looking at just looks into other businesses. Like there's a little store and stuff in there. I'm like, this is not going to be a thing. The room where you would have the reception was nice enough. It was fine. But like it was just not a good spot. And again, not where you want to have a wedding. We leave and my fiance goes, I love it. I said, you're not being serious. There's no chance you loved it. And I said, I'm using my one veto. We're just not. That's not going to be the place.
Mm-hmm.
So then we went to another place on Saturday, and I think that might be a winner.
All right.
Yeah.
Excited about it?
Yeah, it's great.
Wedding venues, some of them are just like, we have room. We have a room that you can get married in.
And this place was expensive. I was like, how?
What about the Barstool office? What if we just turn the Barstool office into
that's not on the list.
The most romantic destination on planet Earth?
List. Because then it would be a content thing as well.
No. Officiated by Nikki Smokes.
Yeah. No thanks.
Mincy the ring bearer.
No.
No thank you. But yeah, there's just all sorts of stuff. And like every conversation you have, like with my parents, I guess for the next year is just going to be about this.
It's going to be about weddings, yeah. It's going to be about planning.
I'm instituting at least one, I would love to get 2 days a week where there's just no wedding talk allowed.
Just ban it. Ban it on Fridays.
Yeah, I need 2. I feel like I might only get 1, but I'll take what I can get.
Do they do weddings at the Sphere? I feel like a wedding at the Sphere
sure
would be,
for the right price
would be amazing. How much do you think that would cost? Like $250,000?
Bro, not even close.
$500,000?
There is a restaurant around here that you have to have been to. and we inquired as to how much that would cost, and it was $90.
Jesus.
Great
Just
restaurant.
get married outside. Just find a plot of land. Pop-up wedding.
That's what I said.
I'll drop a pin morning of.
Yeah.
It's going to be in Chicago. Get there if you can.
I bet the Sphere would cost $3-4 million.
Can we look that up? See if you can rent out the Sphere?
There's a place in Knoxville that costs like $900,000, and that's just a farm in Knoxville.
I thought you were going to say the Sun Sphere.
No.
That's the original Sphere.
You could probably get the Sun Sphere for pretty cheap.
I think so.
That might be something.
They should do weddings up there.
I don't know how big it is. I've never been in it.
I think it's big enough.
I think it's a restaurant.
Dude, getting married inside the Sun Sphere, you're like, yeah, we're getting married at the Sphere.
I'm seeing, I don't know what like the price for like an event would be, but it says the exterior LED screen can be booked for $450,000 per day.
That's just to have your advertisement
Yeah.
or whatever you want on the outside of it.
Right.
Half
So
a
I don't know
million.
if they would do. It's saying you can book them, but it's not giving a price.
Yeah,
It's
I
probably
think you
a
may have to call
inquire
for.
Oh,
with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you have to ask,
Yeah.
you can't afford it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
James Dolan will be like, where do you work again?
I
No
forgot it's
deal.
him.
Your
Yeah.
band. Your band.
Wait, James Dolan owns that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I did
It's
not
part
know
of the
that.
MSG network.
Hmm.
I actually learned the Chicago Theater is owned by MSG as well.
Oh, I forgot
Really?
that.
Yeah. Went there for Daniel Tosh a few weeks ago.
He's still around?
Oh, yeah.
Was he funny?
Good show.
He had a great show, man. Tosh.0.
I don't know if I've told you this. I went to see him do stand-up in Knoxville when I was in college, and he came out dressed up as Lane Kiffin. He came out in a USC polo and visor, and everybody started booing him. He said, "Shut the fuck up. I left for a better job." It's good. It was a good start.
He does look a lot like him.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Also, Lane's looking skinny, isn't he? Have you seen him recently?
I haven't noticed any difference.
Yeah, he looks good. For a while, he was getting a little chunky.
Yeah, that was years ago, though.
Good, clean living. Do you still hate him?
I think he's pretty funny, honestly.
Yeah.
I like that he pokes and prods.
If you were to do a power ranking of the most hated former Tennessee Vol coaches, who would be number one?
Butch Jones, not even close.
Okay.
Then probably Kiffin. Jeremy Pruitt, I think people dislike, but the difference in Jeremy Pruitt and Butch Jones is Jeremy Pruitt is just he got a job for which he probably was not qualified, and I think at the core of his being, he's just a simple man. So I don't blame him for that. Butch Jones is a vindictive asshole piece of shit. So
Yeah.
that's why I hate Butch Jones.
What about Dooley?
Again, just actually, have you ever like listened to Derek Dooley talk?
Not really.
Very intelligent guy. Like he has a law degree. He's very smart.
Yeah.
He just wasn't a great football coach, which is fine. Happens.
The only thing I've heard him say is the shower discipline stuff.
Yeah.
You guys like
You
you
ever heard
guys lack shower discipline. Got to get inside your ass when you scrub.
You heard him talk about Rommel?
No.
You should look up that clip.
The Desert Fox?
I don't even remember what exactly he's referencing, but he's doing a press conference and he's holding pretend binoculars and he's like, "Where's Rommel? We're looking for Rommel." I forget what he's talking about. You'd have to just watch it.
Okay.
But yeah, he's an attorney.
I'll look into it.
He's a smart guy.
I'll look into it. I did, Big T, I saw that you sent one of the things over where the caption of the news story was, "It just struck me that this is essentially college admissions by Jubilee video."
Mm-hmm.
We can get to that in a second. Do you watch the Jubilee videos?
I've seen clips of some of them. I don't think I've ever sat down and watched a full one.
I think it would rock if they did like a reverse Jubilee where it was a circle of people that just raced to the chair to see who could agree the hardest with the premise. And then they just give like high fives, like, "That's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Great point." And then people on the outside vote him out, like, "You're not agreeing hard enough with this guy.
I like
Sounds
that.
like you're not actually believing it."
I like that.
Congrats to Lib of the Year, Jersey Jerry. Very impressive.
2 or 3 time.
I think it's back to back. I don't know. I don't really keep that close tabs on it. Mayor Pete said it was back to back. Excuse me, Secretary Mayor Pete said that. And then congratulated Jerry online, and then Harry Sisson also weighed in and said congratulations.
Oh, really?
To Jerry the Kid? Yeah,
I didn't see that.
yeah. So Jerry's pretty pumped about it. I know that he rejected the award on the Takey's award show, but I've heard some behind the scenes chatter that he might be willing to change his tune and accept the award
In exchange for
He didn't
what?
know that there was a cash prize.
Mm.
We told him after the fact that there was a cash prize.
How
So-
much?
The cash prize is bounced back and forth. We told him $50,000 cash prize,
What?
but we said that unfortunately, since he had rejected the award, then that money will be donated to Planned Parenthood and PETA,
Mm.
as we do with all the award money,
As he would want.
as he would want. But then Jerry said, wait, I want to accept it. And we said, well, maybe we can get some of the money back from Planned Parenthood. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens with this. But yeah, the cash prize was a game changer for him.
Was this the 10th Takeys?
This was the 9th.
Okay. So y'all
Ninth.
y'all are coming up on 10.
Coming up on year 10. Yeah. I don't think that we did takeys in year 1.
Well, you're coming up on year 11. It'll be 10 years.
So it'll be 10 years next March, the last day of February. I don't know if next year's a leap year or not.
You will have completed 10 years.
We'll have completed 10 years, but we've only done 9 takeys so
Right.
far. Yeah. So next year will be the 10th takeys, and we want to get all the Blakes together to do an award show for Blake of the Year, like an in-person Blake challenge. That's the idea.
This summer, the sun's out, and so are the fresh cuts at Sport Clips Haircuts. It's the perfect place to cool off and watch some sports on TV while also getting a precision haircut from stylists who just get it. They've been specially trained to cut men's hair. Take your hair to the next level when you ask for the MVP haircut experience. It comes with a hot steam towel and a 7 pressure point massaging shampoo that are sure to make you melt into the chair. And for this summer only, you can swap out the classic hot steam towel for a refreshing chilled towel, an icy alternative that's the perfect way to defeat the heat. Sport Clips, it's a game changer.
But in this bit of news that you sent over, Big T, about college admissions, can you explain this to me?
So I'll just read, I believe this is from the New York Times. I'll just read the excerpt. This fall, an expanding number of top schools, including Columbia, MIT, Northwestern, Johns Hopkins, Vanderbilt, and the University of Chicago, will begin accepting, quote, dialogues portfolios from schoolhouse.world, a platform co-founded by Sal Khan, the founder of Khan Academy, which helps students with math skills and SAT prep. High schoolers will log into a Zoom call with other students and a peer tutor, debate topics like immigration or Israel-Palestine, and rate one another on traits such as empathy, curiosity, or kindness. The Schoolhouse.world site offers a scorecard. The more sessions you attend and the more that your fellow participants recognize your virtues, the better you do.
So this is going to be just people that log in and have these sorts of debates, and everybody rates each other very high, right?
Oh, I disagree vehemently.
I think it's going to be like, hey, you have rate everybody high because we're all trying to get into college here.
You don't think that of the schools I listed, I would say most people applying there have a pretty strong ideological bent one way. You think if someone offers an opinion that disagrees with them, that they're gonna love that?
I don't know. So
The 18-year-olds going to Columbia, MIT, and the University of Chicago?
well, empathy, curiosity, kindness, that's kind of agnostic to whatever you're arguing about, right?
I think if you offer a differing opinion to an 18-year-old of the ilk that I'm referencing, they would say you lack empathy, curiosity, and kindness.
So is it mandatory to use this platform?
I don't know.
You'll begin accepting dialogues portfolios from schoolhouse.world to help students with math skills and SAT prep.
No, that's just saying the guy who started this website also started Khan Academy, which is a website that has videos to help you with math and stuff.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I feel like most people that are in the college admissions game are going to be like an understanding, okay, you did a good job. Good score for you. You're
But
gonna
it
get into
seems
college.
like a lot of the scores are coming from the other 18-year-olds you're doing it with.
Yeah, I just could see it being a circle jerk where everyone
think
scores
so.
each other very high.
I think if they agree with you, it will be.
We'll see. We'll see. With MIT, Johns Hopkins, those two in particular feel like if you're applying to those schools, it's not really about ideology. It's more about just wanting to be really good at math or really good at medicine.
Do you think this should be a thing?
It's not I don't think it's mandatory.
But should it exist at all? What does this have to do with?
I think that the schools want to see what kind of a person you are. Like if you're able to have a good conversation with people.
But that's never been a thing until now.
Yeah, but like the essay portion, yeah, you're testing whether or not the person can write, whether they can make a convincing argument more effectively, or like how introspective they are.
Okay, but that's always existed. So why do we
Yeah.
need the empathy and kindness, peer to peer?
I guess
Zoom
to
sessions.
see like what you're like as a person as opposed to just your writing. I think it's testing a lot of the same stuff, but how do you communicate as a person as opposed to just via text?
Do you think topics such as immigration and Israel and Palestine are actually designed to curate empathy, or designed to see how you think about certain things through a different lens?
I need to click on this link where it says debate topics like immigration or Israel-Palestine, because I don't know if that's an example of things that have happened in the past or if that's what they're going to be debating in the future. Like, what website was this from? This looks like Wall Street Journal text, maybe?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it right now.
I'm pretty good at identifying fonts. Oh, nope, that's New York Times.
I thought it was New York Times.
New York Times opinion. It's the opinion section. The spring before I applied to college, the guidance counselors at my private school herded our mostly white grade into the gym. Oh, shoot, I'm out of free articles.
Put it into archive.ph.
Okay.
Not that I do that.
I'm so glad I don't have to apply for college right now. It sounds like such a pain in the ass. What did they test you on when you guys applied? Was it just essays, just scores?
Like, Common App.
What's that?
It's a website where you can apply to most schools all at once. So it's one application, and you pick which schools to send it to. So you don't have to fill out like 10 different applications for, the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like all of your school records, like your grades, your ACT or SAT. But now it's funky because of COVID. A lot of schools are test optional, but like Mackenzie, me, Big T all had to do your ACT, SAT.
Which is another.
I had to do them, but like some of the schools I didn't have to send them.
Oh, really?
So I didn't because it wasn't that good.
Oh, I
like
was
the
an
school
ACT
I went
wizard.
to, like I'm pretty sure I didn't send my scores.
And then it's your essay.
Yeah.
Like your personal essay.
Yeah.
And then like volunteer experience.
Like your resume, basically.
Yeah,
I
like
guess.
basically your resume. But it was like grades, ACT score, essay, resume.
So this looks like it's kind of like optional. Like you don't have to have this profile to apply for like going to Vanderbilt.
It's like a supplemental.
It's something that you can add to it. Just like you could add, here's debate club. Here's my letters of recommendation for my debate club sponsor.
I feel like a lot of the schools you just named, though, are extremely elite institutions that you are trying to get any leg up you can. Though.
Yeah.
So most people, I think, will do it if they think it's going to give them a higher chance of admission.
Yeah. It just seems like such a pain in the ass to try to get into college right now. And there's always going to be an element of you have to try to play up or fake what you think they want to hear.
Right.
Like when you're writing an essay to get into college, you might tailor that for whatever school you're applying to.
Mm-hmm.
Just say what you think they want to hear so that they let you in. And then once you're there, it's like, okay, forget everything that I told them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a job interview.
Yeah. Did you guys get into any of your reach schools when you applied? Like any of the like shots in the dark that you took? Like my dream school would be?
I'm going to be honest, I didn't really apply to any of them.
Yeah,
At all.
I didn't either. I like applied to Notre Dame for fun, but I didn't get in. So I guess that would be mine. But
Yeah, for fun?
yeah, just to see.
I kept my expectations extremely
Yeah.
Realistic?
in reach. Yes.
Big
Yeah.
T, was it always University of Tennessee or bust?
I had other schools that I was going to apply to, but I applied to Tennessee like super early and got in and knew that I was going to go to UT, so then I really didn't even end up applying to any others.
Did you tailor your high school career based off of what the University of Tennessee was
No.
looking for?
No.
Like, what would you have done if you didn't get into Tennessee?
I mean, that was never on the table,
You just knew?
dude. It's actually harder to get in now than it was when I applied, but I was never not getting into the University of Tennessee.
What was the criteria back then?
I don't know. Way lower than anything I ever would have had to worry about.
Okay.
But now, the last couple years, like I think the acceptance rate has gone from like 75% to like way under 50. Like because we've gotten good at sports and kids from out of state want to go, and it's become a much better school.
That's how it goes, man. JMU, I got in with I think I had a 3.4 in high school. Got in with that. I don't think I would have gotten into JMU now. And it's because we got good at sports.
Yeah, UT's at 46% now.
Like JMU having a number next to your football team. Like when it says 25, James Madison University. Guess what? Your school's going to be much harder to get into next year.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy how that works. I got rejected by all my dream schools.
What were your dream schools?
UNC.
Oh.
Yeah, wanted to go to UNC. I did also apply to UVA. I thought I wanted to go to UVA. Got rejected from there. Applied to Virginia Tech, which was not a dream school, but like everyone from my high school went there.
Mm-hmm.
Got waitlisted at Virginia Tech, got into JMU, and then I had a bunch of friends at JMU that got in off the wait list at JMU that got accepted into Virginia Tech. So it's weird.
Last year, UT's mid 50% ACT score out of state was a 29-32.
Is that good?
What?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't 33 like
36.
36
Oh.
is the highest. But like above
right,
a
in
28 is like pretty good.
yeah.
Mhm. And then sometimes they do super score, and they take your best from every time you've taken it.
I believe UT does that.
Miami did that
The
too.
super score.
Yeah, so I took the ACT like 3 times, and then you could take your best score from each section of all 3 times. Bumped up your
Oh.
score a couple points.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
4.08 to 4.5 mid 50% GPA.
Whoa.
Wow.
So that means 25% of the kids that are getting into Tennessee now have a GPA higher than 4.5.
How do you get a GPA higher than 4.5?
Yeah, I don't.
AP classes will like
Yeah.
an A in an AP class is like 5, I think.
Oh, it's a 5
at
now?
most
Yeah.
schools, I think so.
I don't think it was. Okay.
Honors is usually like a 4.5, and then an AP is usually a 5. I think.
That's crazy.
I believe that.
What is the biggest school that is the easiest to get into?
That's a good question.
Like the one with the highest. I want to say Kansas State has.
Are you saying the most students? Because if it's most students, it's definitely Arizona State.
Yeah.
If you're saying like
Like we're talking big.
the best reputation,
Yeah. Big state school, good sports programs. What's the easiest one to get into?
I was going to say Bama, but I don't think it's Bama.
well, Bama has kind of had the
I
thing that
know,
Tennessee's
yeah.
had recently, where like it's become a much better school. Honestly, it might be Tennessee or Alabama. It's got to be an SEC school, right?
You would think so.
Ole Miss.
Mm.
Ole Miss. I think it's Ole Miss.
You think so?
Yeah, because I think it still hasn't caught up to the academic side that some of those others have. But everyone wants to go to Ole Miss now.
Okay, I'm looking at easiest schools to get into right now.
I'm sorry. Is this a real number? I just looked up Ole Miss's acceptance rate.
What is it?
I'm seeing 97.8%.
That's
I
awesome.
believe it's
That
it's
can't be
close to
right.
accurate.
That can't be right.
Ole Miss, I and no offense to all of the Ole Miss people, hotty toddy, I don't believe it is an extremely competitive school at all to get into.
That can't be correct. That's an outrageous number. If it was 85, okay. 98?
Yeah, what do you have to do to get rejected from Ole Miss?
Imagine.
Mm-hmm.
That was in 2023, so maybe they've gotten it down to like 93 or so.
Still
But
90.
it's 90 right now?
No, I'm just saying it's still in the.
Oh no,
it's still in the
I was
90s.
joking, but Yeah, like LSU is 74%.
Okay.
Alabama 76. I'm surprised they're still that high. That was in 2023, but
Gonzaga 76. Auburn 71. Michigan State 83%. Indiana 85.
Indiana, that seems shockingly high. Indiana's a good school.
Iowa 86%.
Hmm.
Let's see. Kansas State.
Oregon, I'm seeing an 86% acceptance rate as well. Arizona State, 90%.
Kansas State down to 80%.
George Mason, 90%.
Yeah, Mason. I could see that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Kind of a commuter school, too.
Oh.
what do you think is the sneakiest good school that's a big school? Because I have an answer.
The
I
for
think-
sneakiest one that's the hardest to get into?
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say Miami. People always say.
Oh, yeah, University of Miami.
I think people know that, though.
Because
Oh,
it's
okay.
small. Yeah.
I
It's
didn't.
private, yeah.
Ohio State's a really good school.
Michigan?
No, Michigan's a
people know that
very
it's a really
elite
good
Yeah.
school.
I was going to say Florida, although they did let Nikki Smokes in at one point.
Big red flag.
But
Mhm.
Florida is actually, like, if you look up Florida's academic numbers, they're very good.
Mm.
Nikki Smokes, Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah.
They've let a lot of questionable
Does Tim
characters in there.
Tebow like boost that though?
He boosts a little bit, yeah. But then you got Dan Bilzerian. That brings it down.
Mm.
Very, very far.
Yeah. What about University of Arizona is hard, right?
I've never heard that.
I thought it was. I thought
The
that U of
best
A.
big public schools are North Carolina, Michigan,
UCLA.
yeah, UCLA, Georgia Tech,
Georgia-
Duke, but that's private.
Georgia's a really good school
yeah,
too.
Georgia's not bad.
UVA.
Virginia,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, University of Arizona, 85.7%
Yeah.
accept. I don't know why I had in my head that maybe because it's compared to Arizona State all the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than Arizona State. I mean, if Ole Miss's is 98, what's Arizona State?
Yeah, Arizona State. It's like, are you mostly hepatitis free?
You're not going to believe this.
Like you
I'm
can have hepatitis B, but if you got A or C, sorry.
I'm seeing 90% for Arizona State.
Is that higher than you thought it would be?
It's much lower
It's
than
lower.
I thought it would
You
be.
thought it'd be like 99?
If Ole Miss is 98,
I want to know if you applied to one of these schools that's like in the 90s and you did not get in. What is the reason for you not
Yeah.
getting in?
Yeah.
What are they screening out? Like maybe if you have a felony,
I think if you like filled out your application just completely wrong.
if you've been charged as an adult for a crime
Mm-hmm.
while you were under the age of 18 and convicted and you were currently incarcerated, then we will not let you in.
Yeah.
That would be a tough sort of
Yeah.
realization.
Like telling your parents, hey guys, sorry,
Right.
I didn't get into Arizona State.
Yeah.
so Tennessee released this where it had those stats of the ACT scores and GPA and all that for the 2024 class. I'm not seeing any such thing existing for the University of Mississippi, which I guess makes sense if you admit 98% of your applicants.
Mhm.
But I would be interested to see that.
I know sometimes people do say, I had a girl that I went to high school with, and she got rejected from Ohio University, which is a not super hard school to get into. And she told everyone it was because she was overqualified.
Interesting.
And I said, I don't think that's necessarily the case.
right.
But people could throw that around and be like, oh, because sometimes those schools do, I think it's called like yield admissions, where if let's say it's an Arizona State or a Ole Miss and they see your 35 ACT, 4.5 GPA, all of those things, sometimes they don't want to take you as an admitted student because they think the chances of you going to that school are extremely low.
Yeah.
So they don't want to waste an admission spot on you if they have a pretty good premonition you're
You're too good for us.
yeah.
That does happen, but where did she go?
A smaller like Ohio school.
Okay, so then that probably wasn't the case for her. No offense.
I think that if you're getting rejected from like a 95% admission school, it's probably because you're dead. Like people that have applied and then died.
Is it Radford or Longwood in Virginia
Radford.
that lets you in if you're just alive?
Radford. Got into Radford, not to brag.
Congrats.
I had a buddy that got waitlisted at Radford.
No.
He had to take a long look at his life.
If you Google Radford admissions, the people also ask category, the first one is, can I get into Radford with a 2.7 GPA?
And that's yes. 2.7 is great.
I'm seeing the average high school GPA for admitted students at Radford ranges from 3 to 3.5. That could be some outdated information, but it doesn't even come up with like an admissions percentage when you Google it. It just you can just click on the undergraduate application on Radford's website and just fill it out.
So that was my safety school, was Radford, just in case I didn't get in anywhere else. And I think, if I remember correctly, I did not fill out the entire application to Radford. I left a lot of stuff just like undone. I was just like, whatever, I'll just send. They'll take whatever I give them, and I got in, just with a wildly incomplete application.
The ACT range for Radford is a 19 to 26. I think 18 is like you passed it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, schools like that, listen, they serve a valuable purpose in this world. They get kids out of their parents' houses. Also, the Radford Highlanders is a pretty cool name. And their colors are plaid.
Really?
And they're close to Virginia Tech, yeah.
According to U.S. News and World Report, it's only a 91% acceptance rate.
Okay, so that's gotten a lot better. That's gotten a lot better since back in my day.
Much lower than Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
That has to be wrong. That number can't be correct.
What is Mississippi State?
It was like 75 or something.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
that's a better university than Ole Miss.
That number just can't be right. Because I know in the last 5 or so years, there's so many more out-of-state kids applying to Ole Miss particularly, but SEC schools generally.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see with Alabama getting more selective in their admissions process, how that affects the popularity of the football team. Although I feel like if you're just born in Alabama, outside of
Right.
the Auburn area, you're just automatically, you're going to be an Alabama fan no matter where you end up.
Well, that's another list I've always kept, which is what schools have the largest percentage of their fan base that couldn't go there.
Okay.
So,
They could
like,
never get in.
like Notre Dame is high.
I mean, there's an easy answer to that, I think.
Georgia is high.
I think it's probably Duke.
You're talking pure percentage-wise, I guess.
Yeah. But you mean like in sheer numbers?
Yeah. Because, like, I mean, Alabama's probably getting up there.
Yeah. Bama,
Miami,
Texas.
Texas.
Texas is a big one because it's a hard school. to
Yeah,
get
we
into.
missed that on the big Power 5 schools that are good.
It's very, very difficult to get into
Yeah.
Texas. Yeah, especially out of state. But yeah, you have to be USC. Yeah, but I mean, if you look at the numbers in Texas, just the millions and millions of people that root for that football team, and you have to basically have a 4.0 in high school to get in, and like great test scores.
There's a thing in Texas I remember from when I was applying to colleges that I found out if you, I think it's graduate in the top 10% of your high school, you
Yeah.
get automatic admission into any public school in Texas.
That's pretty cool.
It was either top 10% of your high school or if you had a certain GPA or ACT score.
Yeah.
But I believe it was top 10% and you were automatically admitted to Texas A&M.
I think in Louisiana it's like that. You can go to LSU for free if you get over a 3.0 in high school.
I know with the UC, like the California school system, if you apply to the California school system, they have to let you into at least one of the schools.
That's cool.
I think there's like a school that kind of is below the rest, but you have to be admitted to at least one UC.
What about Hawaii? I almost applied for Hawaii. Just because you get to live in Hawaii. But
they like don't let guys take official visits there unless you're committed.
yeah, just in case they don't want people taking a vacation.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Remember Arian was telling us about that?
yeah.
I
think
mean, it's a good hack.
you. What about A&M? How hard is A&M to get into?
It's a good school, I think. Hold, please.
Okay. And I wonder about the other Big Ten schools, like Nebraska. I feel like Nebraska's like if you were born in Nebraska.
Texas A&M has an acceptance rate of 63%. No Tennessee, but it's solid.
Look up
Nebraska's acceptance rate is 77.1.
77, and they couldn't let Danny Woodhead in.
Damn. Oh, Wisconsin is a really good school.
Yeah, but it's I think it's easy to get into.
43.3%.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Okay, I saw an incorrect stat here online.
No, Nebraska or Madison's a good school. I toured there, as we were saying, reach schools. I knew that wasn't for me, so I just chose not to apply.
It's a very cool city too. I like Madison.
Love Madison.
I was down in Austin this last weekend, and it's crazy, man. Flying into that city, it looks nothing like it used to look 10 years ago, like the skyline. There was one building that dominated the skyline, the Frostbank Tower.
The owl?
Yeah, fun fact about the Owl building, it was designed by an architect from Rice who wanted to give like a big fuck you to the city of Austin and the Texas Longhorns by having the tallest building in that city be their mascot from Rice. So it was the Owl building. And now you have to look hard to find the Frostbank Tower as you're flying into town. It's crazy. I think they've got the biggest building west of the Mississippi there.
So that's Nashville's skyline from 2015 to 2024.
Yeah. What city do you think is next up? Give me a list of hot prospects of cities. Because I feel like Austin, Nashville.
I just went to Charleston.
Charleston's cool.
Which is
Charleston's
like
in the mix.
bachelor.
But it can't become like a
Yeah, that's true.
metropolis.
It's pretty small.
I feel like I hear a lot of people moving to Charlotte and Raleigh now.
Charlotte is big. Charlotte apparently is like the banking capital of the South.
Yeah, Bank of America is in Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yeah, Raleigh, the Research Triangle.
Mm-hmm.
I hear a lot of people talk about Tampa. Is that eligible?
Yeah, I think if you retire from the WWE,
Oh, okay,
they just ship you down to Tampa.
Right. Or if you're Jake Malasek.
Or if you're Jake Malasek, yeah. Or if you retire from OnlyFans. You go to Tampa. It does seem like a cool city, though. Any places in California? I've been thinking about finding a city in California that no one's heard of yet that's going to be awesome.
I think you're late.
I think I'm so
By
late
a
on
couple
it.
hundred years
But,
on that.
but in my head, I'm like, surely there's a coastal town on the beach in California that nobody lives in.
Right.
You're
And then I'll find it, and then the city will grow around me.
You're going to be the last guy to be part of the gold rush.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. What about Temecula?
I think people know about that.
They do.
Santa Barbara, people know about.
Santa Barbara does seem like heaven on earth, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it does. I can't find an issue with Santa Barbara.
It's expensive.
Erosion.
Yeah, erosion. Yeah.
Is that the issue?
Wait, is that as big a problem as we were told when we were kids? Or when I was a kid, everybody was like, we're not going to have any beaches in 15 years.
Possibly. My mom always says my brother and I were never allowed to live in California because it was going to fall into the ocean at some point.
Yep, that is true. San Andreas fault line.
Mm-hmm.
Big T, I would like for you to educate me on another big story of the weekend. Tulsi.
Oh, I was hoping you were going to educate me on this.
What's my girl Tulsi up to these days?
Well, we're gonna get Obama finally.
Okay, he's going to be arrested?
Well, no, of course not. So that you actually just hit on my whole issue with this thing.
Yeah.
So Tulsi Gabbard came out with some declassified documents that allegedly indicate that Obama and Hillary's campaign were colluding on the Russia story that they knew to be false, of which I have little doubt. My problem is then put these people in prison, which you know they will never do.
Mm-hmm.
So just what's the point?
It's just to distract?
Yeah.
So that you can play on offense instead of playing defense?
Probably, but I just I have a hard time caring because like nothing's gonna happen.
So I was looking at some of the quote unquote evidence that got put out. I think today we're just using the word evidence and accusations interchangeably.
Yeah.
It seems like it's a big accusation. And
To be fair, though, the whole story in the first place was an accusation.
What do you mean?
The Russia thing.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's no less
Russia-
evidence than it was when it was mentioned the first time.
but Russia did interfere with the election. That's like open and shut. They did interfere with that election.
They inquired as to whether or not they could.
No, they definitely interfered with the election.
I don't. In what sense?
In the sense of
You're talking about like they had Facebook posts?
the troll farms.
Okay, that's not anyone in the world can do that.
Yeah.
That's not.
Facebook posts that were like micro targeted towards certain demographics. That's
not illegal.
it's but a foreign government paying people to influence an election, I believe that is illegal.
That's not what was purported at the time.
You're
though.
talking about like
It was
the
that they
Trump
were,
campaign meeting with.
Yes, and they were hacking voting machines and shit like
Oh,
that.
the hacking voting machine. I don't think anyone ever said that Russia hacked voting machines and changed votes.
I believe that was part of what was going around in 2016, though.
They might have attempted to do that, but of all the things that I've ever read, they did not physically change any votes. And
I agree with you.
there were lots of investigations into that. I remember specifically the results of the Russia investigation saying they attempted to do these things. They did not change any votes.
Correct. I agree with you. But I'm saying that 10 years ago, that's what people were saying.
They influenced votes. They were trying to influence, and they're still doing it right now. Russia's really good at the whole troll farm shit. I would love to work in a troll farm. And I don't think it's just I think India's doing it. I think Pakistan's doing it. I think there's a lot of countries out there that are pretending to be people online that they're not. So do you think Obama is going to get arrested?
No, of course not.
Mad Dog McKenzie, do you think he's going to get arrested?
No.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
I also feel like right now they're kind of scrambling for stuff to take attention off of the Epstein stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean the Washington Redskins thing is a great example of that.
Yeah.
Like culture war.
Yeah.
Get back into that.
We didn't even talk about. He did say last week that he told Pam Bondi to unseal some of the stuff, right?
Yeah, so he told her to unseal grand jury testimony in, I think it's the Ghislaine Maxwell trial. That's not going to have anything in there.
I'm sure.
There's not going to be anything of note in there. And I do agree with Brace that what we're looking at is really just the tip of the iceberg. And there's massive, massive money laundering financial crimes that are being covered up that tie in the richest people in the world, not just the sex stuff, but Epstein was laundering hundreds of millions, if not, it's been documented, billions of dollars funneling in and out of his accounts. And we have not investigated where that money's coming from, where it's going. That is the one that I think has more people freaked out. There's definitely a bunch of perverts out there that went to the island that were part of the sex trafficking thing he had going. But I think the bigger net is just how big of a problem it was with the money laundering.
When you said there's going to be nothing in it, though, this is all they had to do the first time. Just say you're releasing shit that has nothing in it, and people will be like, oh, and say we're still going through it. We're looking at all the stuff. We're releasing what we can.
Yeah, as it goes, we're gonna be trickling it out there, and then you give people the opportunity to just fake their own documents online, and then you're gonna have a bunch of fake documents that get put out, and we're not gonna know what's real. Cool world, good times. Big T, what else we got from this weekend? Anything else big that you want to get into?
I think that was most of it. Hunter Biden did just go on a tirade about if we get rid of all the illegal immigrants, who's going to clean your hotel room and wash your dishes. So
okay, that's nice.
Yeah, that just dropped.
Good job, Hunter. He did a interview, right?
Yeah.
Like a sit-down interview?
I can't tell who it's with.
Channel 5, I think, maybe?
Is that Yeah, I do see a 5 in the lower left corner, but it's not like an affiliate thing. Is that a national... Is it a publication called Channel 5?
I don't know that much about Channel 5, but it started out as a small YouTube page. It's just like a private. It's not like Channel 5 BBC. Or
yeah,
whatever.
It's a guy wearing jeans and an oversized sport coat and a Phillies hat.
He should do Hot Ones with Hunter. Except it's just crack. No, I think Hunter's sober now, right?
Is he really?
I think so. I think good, clean living.
Good for him.
Yeah. Do we have any voicemails to get into today?
Yeah, we can do a couple.
It's been a couple weeks since we tapped into the voicemails.
Yeah.
We love the Macrodosians. You guys have been reaching out. We appreciate that. The Milwaukee Brewers just won't lose. They refuse to lose baseball games. Arian has been FaceTiming me at inopportune
the
times,
push-ups?
Really?
demanding 5 push-ups.
How many do you have?
I think I've got 85 left,
Okay. Wow.
but he's on a whirlwind cruise right now. So I think I'm safe.
Yeah.
PFT has been marked safe from having to do push-ups.
I think that's what he wants you to think.
You can't get service like that on the high seas. We'll do voicemails in a second. They're brought to you by Kraken. If you're going to trade crypto, do it right. No sketchy platforms, no sketchier customer support. That's why we only trust Kraken. Kraken lets you buy, sell, swap over 300 cryptos without the lag, crashes, or clownery. If you're buying crypto manually, that's old school. Recurring buys let you automate your investments so you stack sats without even thinking about it. It's DCA done right. Buy more when prices dip, buy less when they spike. Link your bank in minutes. Set it, forget it, let your portfolio grow. Kraken Pay, instant crypto payments, no more excuses. Whether you're covering a lost bet, splitting the tab after a night out, or sending funds for the next wild adventure, Kraken Pay lets you move money instantly. 0 fees and no banks holding things up. Oh, and you refer your friends. Kraken is going to hook you up with up to $200 in USDG just for spreading the love. So quit waiting. Head to kraken.com/barstool. Not investment advice. Crypto trading involves risk of loss and is offered to U.S. customers, excluding Washington, New York, and Maine, through Payward Interactive Incorporated.
Hey guys, long time Arian Foster fan, first time caller. If you had to get a jersey of a team that you don't necessarily support, who would it be? Just because you respect them and their contributions to the game. For example, I'm a Patriots fan, but I would maybe get a Cam Chancellor jersey just because he's a bruiser. Amazing. Love him. Stay beautiful, stay gorgeous. Thanks, guys.
Ooh, that's a good question.
So is this a player or just a team?
I think it's a player.
Okay.
For respecting their contributions to the sport. And also with Cam Chancellor, he looked awesome.
I have an easy answer.
Okay.
One of the only players that I've ever really loved as a kid who didn't play for the Braves or Falcons or whoever, I loved David Ortiz.
Okay.
So I would have no problem getting a Big Papi jersey.
Do you know the lore behind David Ortiz and triples?
No.
So whenever he would hit a triple, he had an arrangement with his wife, allegedly, that night he got to use the back door. And so you can find clips of David Ortiz hitting a triple, and it was a feat when he was able to do it because he's a big boy. He gets to third base, and then he starts freaking out, so happy with his celebration. And he points over at the dugout. All his boys are super amped up for him, and knowing what we know now makes that so much sweeter.
How many career triples could he have had?
Not many.
Let's see.
Not many.
I'm looking.
19.
Yeah, more than I would have guessed.
Wow. Yeah, that's higher.
He usually had 1 or 2 a year.
Well, there's some weird dimensions with the Fenway Park outfield walls. You could get a good bounce here and there.
Yeah, if he played at Yankee Stadium, he'd have never gotten one.
Never get a triple. No.
Unless now somebody will look it up and he got a triple at Yankee Stadium, but I can't imagine.
That's just because he was so good against the Yankees. That's a good question. David Ortiz is a solid answer. John Rocker, just respect everything he's done. No, I mean I've got some jerseys right now from guys that did not play for my favorite teams. Danny Woodhead, obviously, respect everything he's about. I have a Kyle Sloter, the best preseason quarterback of all time. Look up Kyle Sloter preseason highlights and stats when you have a second, because this guy, he was unreal in the preseason and never got a chance to be a starting quarterback. Never even really got a chance to be a second-string quarterback. Probably because he was too good, where if he's the backup, then your starting quarterback feels a lot of pressure. He wasn't like a support system quarterback.
Hang on.
Which is the real long-term guys. If you want to be a long-term backup, you got to know how to just do everything to help the starting quarterback maximize their potential.
This is as of 6 years ago, so I don't know if he's played since then. But as of 2019, his career preseason stats were 111 for 150, a 74% completion percentage, for 1,200 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 1 pick.
Pretty good, right?
Not bad.
You would think that guy would have gotten some sort of opportunity, at least to be a primary backup.
Yeah.
so I respect his contributions to the game. I like Ocho Cinco jerseys are pretty cool too. I like Chad. Also, you get the benefit of having a Bengals jersey, and I think the Bengals have one of the best, if not the best, jerseys in the NFL. Anything powder blue from the Chargers would be awesome. I do have a Delhi jersey as well from his time with the Bucks. Respect to Delhi. Any Australian player, I'll probably end up supporting. Jameis Winston, I would support him.
On whatever team he's on.
Whatever team he's on, wherever
Whatever
he
time
happens
it
to
is.
be. I'm a Jameis guy. I will show up for Jameis day in, day out.
Bortles.
Bortles, also a solid jersey. If you're wearing a Bortles jersey, you're probably a good time. Probably a fun guy to hang out with. I also think that like an old school Deion Sanders Atlanta Falcons jersey would be awesome.
See, I have a Deion Sanders Braves jersey.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which I think is fun.
That's very cool.
I would like to know what this is going to make me sound really old. I'd like to know what jerseys are like popping off at college parties now.
Mm-hmm.
Because back in my day, you mentioned Blake Bortles was one of them. Blake Bortles one went crazy. There's always the classics like the like Michael Jordan Dream Team one always plays. Cooper Flag is going to be a big one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just if you're a youth out there, let me know what are the jerseys that are going the hardest
Like
right
Trace
now.
McSorley.
Yeah, that probably would have been back near my time.
Trace McSorley Ravens jersey.
Mm.
That'd be pretty cool, right?
Do you know the Trace McSorley song?
Yep.
Okay.
Just a kid from, where is he from?
Briarwood, something like that.
Yeah, put it on a dime.
Yeah.
Yeah, great song. Backup quarterbacks, those will always play.
Yeah.
If you have a good backup in there.
I have a Brady Quinn Browns jersey.
Respect.
That's a good one.
Me too.
I could Borg in a Brady Quinn Browns jersey.
You could.
Yeah.
Coworker.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
How
That's
about
big.
that?
That's
all right.
really big.
Let's rank our top new coworkers
Gutfeld.
at FS1. Dude, I love Gutfeld. I love Gutfeld so much. First text I got after the news broke, the very first one.
Rose from Gutfeld?
No,
Oh.
no. From Kirk Goldsberry.
Oh.
And he said, I'm looking forward to your cross-promotion appearances on Gutfeld. From your lips to God's ears, Kirk. I love that guy. That show is just like, let's see who can make the most references to memes about Democrats that
I
we've
think
ever
you
seen.
would be a really good writer on that show.
I think I would love to be on that show. Where they start, you could talk about anything. We could be talking about food on Gutfeld. And I'd be like, you know who else made food? Obama's chef.
Never heard from again.
No one knows what happened to that guy. And then the audience would like stand up and get a standing ovation and laughter. It would be awesome.
I think you're joking around, but we
We don't know.
we still don't know.
We don't know.
People don't just drown.
He was.
Wasn't he like a swimmer too? He did like competitions.
They were probably banging on that paddleboard. Him and Obama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
You didn't build that. I just keep saying you didn't build that the entire time, and people would love it. So
That's a deep cut.
Yeah. Listen, Gutfeld producers, if you're out there, I would love nothing more.
Mom Donnie needs to break that one out.
Oh, Mom Donnie. Yeah, Mom Donnie. Okay, give me a topic to talk about. I'll try to work in. Let me audition for Gutfeld right now.
Okay.
I'll do it on the next voicemail. I'll respond to the next voicemail like it's a topic on Gutfeld.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, fellas? Big T, PFT, Arian, Mad Dog McKenzie, big fans of the show. Just calling because I got a question. I just moved down to South Carolina from New England, and I've been trying to find a college football team to root for. Slight issue, I fucking hate Dabo Swinney. I think he's awful. But I also don't think South Carolina is any good, and I hate to admit it, but I've kind of become a fan of Tennessee football through this podcast. So, any thoughts, ideas? My wife also went to JMU PFT, so shout out Dukes. But any help in helping pick a college football team now that I live down in the South and they care more about that down here? than the NFL. Stay handsome, stay beautiful. Love you guys.
Why are college athletes being paid so much money now? They're called the Tennessee Volunteers. You go to school there, and now all of a sudden you want some money? Give me a break. That's my best impression of.
Good.
You just find something that is like tangentially
Right.
related that you can hammer on.
I do love that this guy has started to watch Tennessee. I would welcome you. I would say in the state in which you now reside, you're kind of between a rock and a hard place because Clemson is a cult.
Mm-hmm.
I do think they're going to be very good this year, but their fan base is one of the two most cultish in the sport alongside Texas A&M. South Carolina, though, I will give them credit. Elite stadium. Love their game day atmosphere. Fans, not my favorite I've encountered.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Is that because they beat you during the season that you thought Hendon Hooker for Heisman?
well, they cheated to do so, but no, they're just not great people.
Okay.
So if you maybe I'm sorry, what was this guy's name?
I don't know if he said.
I don't know if he said.
Okay. Let's call him Ted. Maybe Ted, if you are milling about in South Carolina, wherever you're living, and you find that you have very positive interactions with South Carolina fans, that's great. Although it does seem like he has already started to migrate toward Tennessee, which I think is wonderful. Other than those, now Coastal Carolina, I guess, is another in-state school that
you don't want to root for them.
latch on to.
You don't want to root for them.
That's a school who has to have a 98% acceptance rate.
Probably. That would also make a house divided situation, though. Because
Right.
Sunbelt, your
Yeah.
wife went to JMU. They're one of JMU's biggest rivals. So you're choosing violence if you opt into Coastal Carolina in your own home. Just be aware of that.
Those are the only, there's no more in
Great-
South Carolina, right?
Great campus, though. Coastal's
Yeah.
campus, incredible. Clemson,
I don't think there's any more.
Citadel. You could be a
FCS.
Citadel fan.
South Carolina State is FCS also.
Yeah. South Carolina, the Gamecocks feel like, I don't want to offend anybody that's a diehard Gamecocks fan, but my general vibe I've gotten from them, generic SEC fan base.
Elaborate on that.
It just feels like I don't know what makes them unique to any other SEC school.
Okay. I would say that, but generic, so I see where you're going with generic. Yeah.
You've got the SEC haircuts, but they're not as over the top as some of the other ones.
Okay. Do you think that comes from maybe having beaches in the state? Like they're a little softer?
It might, yeah. But that's not, Columbia's not
No, but
really
just
close to it. But yeah.
in the state.
Yeah, you're beach adjacent.
But I guess that wouldn't hold true for Florida.
But Florida's Florida.
Yeah.
Florida's just like its own thing. Now I could see myself going to USC and having a great time. Going to South Carolina, having a good time. We played a pop punk show down there, and it was fantastic. Filled a Bojangles parking lot.
Sounds like a wonderful time.
It was actually.
Did you get a Bowberry biscuit?
I did get a Bowberry biscuit for
Nice.
sure. I guess they have they do Sandstorm. That's cool.
Yeah.
South Carolina, if I were to move there, I could not become a Clemson fan. You're right. I think they're like second. They'll always take a backseat to A&M in the cult department.
It's close, dude.
But their cult is kind of it wasn't always like that, right? It intensified with Dabo.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, they have for many years gone to places and like handed out their own currency.
Yep, you're right. You're right. Giving the $2 bills.
Yeah.
I think I'd probably be a Gamecocks fan. Plus, you get to wear the hats that just say Cox on them.
That is a plus.
Right? Saw a couple of those at the DNC.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you're next to North Carolina and Georgia.
Yeah.
You can't become a Georgia fan right now. I would advise against it ever, but right now you can't.
You can't really become a UNC fan.
Tough, yeah.
If you're living in South Carolina but you're not from South Carolina. Feels like you're just doing that on purpose to fuck with your neighbors.
I little respect that though.
Yeah.
Yeah. and you only buy shirts that just say Carolina, no North, because that's a big thing that they get upset about.
They get the real Carolina.
Which, by the way, North Carolina, if one has to just be Carolina, it's for sure North.
North Carolina, I've always said, I'd say probably a top 3 state.
It's up there.
It is such a good state. You got everything in North Carolina. You got mountains, you got beaches, you've got good cities, you've got good weather, friendly people, great colors of your state.
No, yeah, it's high.
Very high.
South Carolina's fine. I'd go so far as to say it's good.
Myrtle Beach, you got some cool coast towns. Charleston,
but it's
good city.
If one has to be Carolina, it is for sure North.
I would agree with that. Yeah, just become a Gamecocks fan or a Tennessee fan, either one.
We would love to have you.
All right, we got another voicemail.
Yep.
Do this one as gut filled.
Okay, that last one was tough.
Long time listener. My name is Jimmy. I'm from New Hampshire. What gives you guys the confidence to be able to come onto the podcast, say what you mean, and mean what you say? Thank you guys. I know Arian's an established running back in the NFL. PFT is a very prominent podcaster, but still someone, you're not a political figure. So what gives you guys the confidence to come out and mean what you say? I love you guys. I love what you say. I love the banter between everyone.
Okay, that's
Okay, just cuts
Thanks,
off
Jim.
right there. The fact that I don't live in communist England is what happens with me. The stuff that we say on this show, they would throw you in prison if you put that out in England. You see all these guys getting arrested on social media over there, Big T?
Mm-hmm.
All these people, you get thrown in jail for a Facebook post?
Mm-hmm.
Not here. So I'm going to take that liberty and I'm going to exercise it day to day because we fought a war against King George to not get put in prison for a Facebook post.
Love that.
And that's what's great about America.
Amen.
You kind of sound like Gruden a little bit.
Yeah.
When I get into Gutfeld
Yeah.
mode?
Yeah, it's a good call. I would just feel stupid saying anything that I didn't believe.
Yeah.
I would if we got on here and just did a bunch of bullshit that we don't actually think is true, I would I would just feel very dumb. I wouldn't understand the point of it.
Yeah. We have no guardrails as to what we can or cannot say on this show.
I get paid the same either way. May as well just say what you think.
That's true. What about you guys? Do you guys ever think, oh, this is going to piss people off?
Post me saying it all the time.
Yeah. After the fact, you think about it later?
Yeah.
Why'd I say that?
Yeah.
But that's sometimes fun to say stuff that you know is going to just irritate a lot of people.
I think it goes to show that all of us use our real it's our real personality on here. I'm not playing up a character or anything. Well, obviously we're not. But yeah, I also forget that people listen to this sometimes and we're just talking as friends.
Yeah.
And so then I'm like, oh, other people are going to hear that too.
Okay, so back to the Redskins name change thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think my problem with that is if it did change back, I think there'd be a big part of me that would be nostalgic, okay, yes, this is a better name than the football team or Commanders, but then also that name is forever going to be politicized because Trump pushed them to change it back.
Yeah.
And so every time that team name is brought up, it's going to be a wider discussion about, do you support President Trump or do you not support President Trump?
Mm-hmm.
If you call them by the name that they become, is that a code for supporting President Trump or not?
Isn't that kind of already what it is now, though? If people still call them the R words.
Yeah, I would say that if you still call them that, then you're every time you're doing. Most people that I find doing that are not fans of the team. They just want to make a point that they still call them by that pre-woke name.
I feel like it's the same thing with the guards.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yes, and by the way, the history behind the name change. It was Native Americans that sued the team for years and years, going back to the 90s, sued them for years and years and years to get the name changed. And then finally got changed, not because of that wasn't the direct legal action that made it happen, but it was the mounting pressure. And then their sponsors said, Dan Snyder, you have to change the name or else we're out.
I've actually realized something in the last 2 minutes about these name changes.
Yeah.
Because I don't care at all, really, except for this fact. So, like, Redskins, Commanders, I don't care. They both kind of sound dumb to me. I don't really give a shit. The Cleveland Guardians, to me, is a profoundly worse name.
Yeah.
So I dislike that name change because they changed to a shitty team name.
Spiders would have been awesome.
If you just
Spiders
make
would've
it
rocked.
something good,
Yeah.
I won't care. With the exception of the Atlanta Braves, I will do everything in my power to make sure that never changes. But all the other ones, I don't give a shit as long as you change it to something that doesn't suck.
The
Yeah.
Guardians is such a niche reference.
Yeah.
It's like a
In-
statue
It's
in
the
Cleveland.
yeah, it's two statues that are on a bridge.
Yeah, L.
Yeah.
Make it something cool.
I wanted the spiders. I thought the spiders would have been cool.
Like if the Washington Hogs was the team name, I don't think that we'd be having this conversation.
I agree.
If they had done the right thing and made them the Red Hogs or the Hogs, then Trump would not be weighing in on it because he'd have to respect the power of the mighty pig.
If they made a helmet, do you know the Western Kentucky helmets where they have Big Red, the mascot?
Yeah.
Like the running backs, he's carrying the ball.
Yeah.
The lineman, he's in a lineman stance. If they did that with Major Tuddy,
Oh my God,
it'd be the best helmet in the history of the NFL.
it would be sick. You could do so much awesome stuff with a cartoon pig.
Yeah.
It would be incredible. But now we're the Washington whatevers.
So that's the extent to which I care. It only if you make your team name suck afterwards.
Yeah, the Commanders. Give me a break.
Commanders honestly is fine.
No, it's
to me.
not.
It's not as bad as Guardians.
Football team was better than Commanders.
It's unique. But Washington football team sucks.
Yeah. All right, so that was just a big tangent because I realized that we could speak our mind on the show, unlike communist England.
Yeah.
All right, do we have anything else?
That's it.
No more voicemails? All right, well, this has been a real treat. Real treat. How's everyone's weekend? Everyone doing all right? Yeah? Any big news to share?
No.
Give me something you're looking forward to this week. You got to have something.
Oh, you know what I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to this week? The science fair comes out.
Yes.
Let's go.
On Wednesday.
Good science fair. What will Nikki have in store for us this year
Right.
at the science fair? The question on everyone's mind. Also, will there be boobs? The answer is yes. There will be boobs in the science fair.
Yep.
So get excited about that. And we will see you guys on Thursday. Love you guys.